Hi, welcome to Prosper Your Home. And please forgive the staticky microphone. I realize it. Been having some technical difficulties for a while, and I'm about to get a new one soon, but it hasn't gotten here yet. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to upload this one as my initial brief explanation of the alignment process so that you're aware of what it is that we're going to be doing. I want to give you a little bit of why we're going to be doing this because it's a little bit different. Okay, some people are like, you want me to do what? Okay, but here's what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to be doing a series of tapping and breath work to help you to connect and realign to the statement that you're trying to achieve in your life. We're creating a new pattern. And what we're ultimately doing is we're going to be altering the current neurons and creating new neurons. Your dendrites actually grow. If you've heard anything about neuroplasticity, you understand that the brain is changeable. It's not static. It moves, it forms, it recreates, it grows. Just like muscles can either atrophy or can expand and become stronger and bulkier, our brain neurons also are amazing things that can actually increase and grow like a tree, like branching out to where we can create new thoughts, new paradigms, new concepts, and we can improve our ability to regain memory, to do new things, to think new thoughts. And that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, is not true. You can. You can learn to do anything that you're willing to try. Okay, so the way that we reach our neural pathways is typically by a couple of things. There's hypnotherapy, which is one way of doing it. There is tapping, which is another way of doing it, and there's blinking, which is another way. So there's different technologies like EMDR or rapid eye technology. These are therapies that work to help you alleviate trauma and stress and other issues, memories that you have that you're basically taking it from an extreme where it triggers you and makes you feel fight or flight responses, and it basically brings you down to a more baseline to where you're calmer and you can deal with the thing, and the memory no longer gives you that sensation of I have to run or I have to cry or fight or something. And so that's what we're doing. Now with breath work is another amazing technique. There's a lot of different things out there that use breath work. Yoga is one that uses different forms of breath work. There's other, so many various ones that people have given their own name to something that they've created, that they've discovered that works. This is one that I've discovered, and well, my coach Tyler Watson created, and I found it through him, and it was so life-changing for me. So let me show you a quick repetition of what it's going to be, and then I'll explain a little bit. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, so that's one repetition. So when I say align, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so now when we are tapping, we're tapping down the governing meridian. Okay, if you know anything about EFT, they tap on different points of the meridians of the body that are connected to the governing meridian, and each of those points are connected to the meridians, which leads to all of your energy centers, such as your chakras. Okay, and I wanted to go into, we can go into a chakra video later. You can look at one of my other videos that explains what that does. Okay, so then we have the breath work, okay? And breath work, again, the two things that you can do subconsciously is breathing and blinking, of course. And so with breath work, we have to do it because if we don't, we're going to die. So we need to be able to breathe without thinking. When we're sleeping, our bodies just naturally breathe. When we're driving around and doing things and exerting ourselves, we breathe. And the interesting thing is, we breathe according to how we feel. If you're stressed, you tend to hold your breath, and you tend to breathe a little bit more shallowly or a little bit more panicked. This is why when we tell kids, or when we even talk to ourselves, we say, calm down, take a deep breath. When we breathe deep, we're calm. So we're forcing our body to have a calm reaction and hijacking that typical fight or flight response and saying, hold on, I'm taking control. We're going to do this. We've got this. And you're basically recentering yourself and forcing yourself to breathe as though you are okay. All right. And as we do that with the new thought and with the new statement that we're injecting into your very system, we're basically setting this new intention and a new paradigm so that your brain is ready to receive and accept it, okay? And it's going to run the new program. Just like when you're trying to program a computer, you have to give it commands. You have to tell it, this is what we're going to do from now on, okay? And so this is what we're doing with your brain. We're telling it, we're going to think a new way. We're no longer going to think this negative way that's not getting me anywhere. We're changing this, okay? I want to be a person who is now capable of reaching my goal. And we're going to let go of all of the old stuff. And so as we're doing this with the breath work, the tapping, and going through every single center of the body, we're setting the new intention up. Now we end with a smile because that actually forces a little bit of oxytocin flow through the brain and through the body. And it creates a center of a feeling of well-being. And it helps us to solidify that alignment by ending with like a little bit of a hug, if you can think of it that way, okay? And so as we do these, with each little area that we're going to go through, we're going to be doing an alignment and then reading your statement at the end of each section that we're going to go through. Now, if you're here to do a full alignment, you get the opportunity to go through every organ, gland, tissue, cell, and we're going to go through muscle test where this statement is already congruent to you in your life and where it is not, and what parts are resisting. And we're going to go through the resistance and we're going to heal that, okay? All right. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about modes, and if you want, you can watch my video on chakras and what they are and understand a little bit more about how they work. And I will see you on our session, and it's great to work with you. You have a good day.